Yeah, guys and girls, welcome back to another quick video of mine on my YouTube channel. Tuesday 8th of May 2018. It's 9:01. Anyway, so I was in town today in Weston-super-Mare, Somerset, England, UK, and popped in to CEX store. I picked up a couple of cheap games for the 360 though, the Xbox 360. Now, I'm not too sure if any of these are backwards compatible. I'm sure probably a couple of them are, or maybe none of them are. But just in case, we do get backwards compatibility for them at some point for the Xbox One, so you can play the 360 games in 4K or native 38, 40, 2160 on the Xbox One X, and I don't mean S. You can actually watch films in there on the 4K player, which is actually built in on the S. And I believe, I'm not too sure, I don't think the standard one's got the 4K player, the actual standard Xbox One. Anyway, I picked up Bad Company. Now, this is by EA Dice, I think. Is it EA? Yeah, EA Dice. Frostbite. This is the original Frostbite engine, which actually was fantastic at the time. Buildings collapsing and all this kind of malarkey going on with explosions and stuff going on, and a tactical destruction. Blow up your environment to create a vantage point and alter the course of battle. Now, this was the original Bad Company game, the first one. I picked it up for £1, so I'm getting these now while they're cheap, just in case. I'm not too sure if they've got backwards compatible out for this at the moment, but if they have, I am collecting this and I can install this at some point. Very good sort of World War game, I would say. I was 4 renegade soldiers go AWOL when they stumble upon something really worth fighting for. Play as Preston Marlowe in a story-driven campaign across enemy territory. Now, the game I've been playing at the moment on the Battlefield series, and it's fantastic. I've got Battlefield 4 as well, which is a fantastic game. Battlefield 1. Now, this is an awesome game if you guys haven't played it. This is based in World War 1. And you've got like Lawrence of Arabia campaign, absolutely brilliant. That's the one I've been playing for a while now on the Xbox One. HDR, 4K, fantastic. And I believe the explosions, you can change the field of view on it, so you can make it sort of like wider and get more of a full sort of a real visualized sort of area, so it looks like it's more wider depth of field and all that. Anyway, so the next game I bought today, so this second game I bought today, which was really cheap, and this was exactly the same price from CEX store, and it's actually the second game of the Battlefield Bad Company series. I'm not too sure if they're going to be making Bad Company 3 at some point. I know they got Bad Company 1 and 2, and then they got Battlefield 3, and then you got Battlefield 4, but I don't think Bad Company 3 was actually Battlefield 3. Anyway, so we got this, Bad Company 2, and this one has tanks in it. I think the other one's got tanks, and you can play these online, but I'm not too sure if these are online at the moment. You've got like tanks, I'm not sure, like helicopters, planes and all that. Squad up, compete as the lone wolf or together in 4-man squads with up to 24 players, and multiple game modes including the all-new Squad Rush. Well, Squad Rush is actually, I think it's been out for a while actually on other Battlefield games. But I've noticed with a lot of EA games like Skate 3, and there was another one EA game the other day which I noticed had HDR on it for a 360 game. Well, Skate 3 is actually, I think it was in HDR, and it was in native 4K, so you could choose between performance and frame rate, or resolution and stuff, better like visuals and all that graphics, which is fantastic. Anyway, from the creators of the award-winning Battlefield series, we've got another DICE game here, Frostbite Engine it's using again. And it's by Bink Video, EA, and this one is the Battlefield Bad Company 2. Defining online warfare, intense solo campaign, join Bad Company in a fight through the deadly jungles, desert cities and vast Arctic terrain on a mission to defuse World War III. So basically World War III was at hands in this game here. Fantastic game, do recommend it. I'm hoping they've got some updates on or backwards compatibility on the Xbox One. I know people keep saying about the Xbox, and I'm like, bloody itchy nose, guys and girls. Pardon about that. Apologies. Anyway, so yeah, Bad Company 2, Bad Company 1, Battlefield 1 and 2. Also, I'm hoping a lot more games for the 360 and the original games come out for the Xbox One X and the S and the original Xbox One, which would be fantastic. People keep moaning about there's no exclusives at the moment, but don't forget, games need licenses to be bought from other companies. Then they need to make something special, like a proper decent IP game, and I don't think we got any decent IP games yet. And when we do, I mean, we've got Gears of War and we've got Halo, and that's about it at the moment. Halo and Gears of War is keeping us afloat, but that's about it at the moment. And what also we had on there before, we did have the Tomb Raider games until they got licensed on both systems instead of just the one system and having that exclusive. But originally Tomb Raider was originally a PS2 game, so they could have just made that exclusive for the PlayStation 4. And I'm hoping the original Tomb Raider games come out at some point, like a remastered editions of all 5. You've got like Tomb Raider 1, Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider 3, then you've got Tomb Raider Revelations, then Tomb Raider Into the Darkness, I believe it was, and then there was some other ones, I think, because you had a couple on the PS2, you had some on the PS1s. I want those remastered in 4K HDR. That would be fantastic if they made a sort of a remastered collector's edition, and I'd buy the entire lot if it was all 5 games. Anyway, so I know Crackdown 1, the original Crackdown for the 360, is on Xbox One's backwards compatible list, which is fantastic. I've been playing a little bit of it. I think that's in 4K or something, and the graphics are really good for it. And also we've got Red Dead Redemption, which has been upscaled to 16 times the resolution, or 8 times or something, I think, on the 360, which is fantastic. But what we got here now, which I picked up today as well in CEX store for £2, and it says Xbox 360 software. You just put the disc in. It should just install the games if they're on the backwards compatible list, but I'm not too sure if this one is. We have Crackdown 2. This one's where you can blow up buildings and just take down buildings. Well, I know number 3 is supposed to be coming out, and that's supposed to be exclusive to the Xbox One when it's out and stuff. So fingers crossed it's out this year. Otherwise, Xbox One is screwed. Or Microsoft, I should say. Xbox screwed. 10 years have passed since Pacific City's genetically enhanced agents put a stop to the city's gang problems. Now with the city overrun by mutated freaks and blooded by vigilante violence, the agency will again bring justice to the Pacific by any means necessary. Blow up the city with your friends, or blow up your friends, so you can do like 6 up to 16 people. Will keep even the most experienced agents on their toes. New and unique PvP modes, weapons, explosives, cars, street lamps. Create your own style of destruction. That should be awesome. I haven't played Crackdown 2. I've only played the first one, a little bit of it. Now, there's 2 games I've got here, and I'm not too sure if they are backwards compatibility, so don't quote me on this. I'm only just buying the games at the moment just to get a vast collection, and I can play them on my old 360 console, because I've got an old 360 and I can just pick up another one at some point, a spare one. And also I've got my PS3 Slim over there, which I bought like last week before, something like that. So I did a review of that, an unboxing of it. I would say an unboxing, but it's a game box from Game, which I did. But anyway, for another two of the games, this is number Colin McRae Rally, or Colin McRae Dirt 1 and 2. So we have two here. This one cost me £5 for number 2, and then we got £3.50 for the number 1 of Dirt Rally, or Dirt. Dirt Rally, the original Dirt Rally, or Colin McRae Rally, actually was on the PlayStation 1. I believe it was on the N64, but I'm not too quite sure. But fantastic games done by Codemasters, one of the best companies done Formula 1. I think they've been doing Formula 1 for like a few years now, and they've got licenses to do them all that. Race rally and hill climb events, as well as multi-car rally, raid, rally cross, and core buggy truck racing, unprecedented next-gen racing visuals, diversity and car damage, 100 player online mode. 100 player online mode, what the hell? This is crazy. 100 player online mode. The return of a motor racing icon, incredible. Xbox 360, the official magazine, in association with Ingenious Games. So that's that one, and that's the back on it. So that was pretty cheap for what I picked it up, even if it doesn't actually work on the Xbox One, because I've got my spare 360 which I can play offline. I don't even need to update and do updates or anything. I can just like play them for that. And then we got the other one here, of the Dirt Rally 2. Might get Dirt Rally, Colin McRae Dirt 3, I think, or Colin McRae Rally 3. But, yeah, pretty cool. The King of Off-Road Racing returns. I'm a bit of a Forza fan as well. I like my Forza racing games. I've got nearly the entire Horizon collection. I think I got number 1, 2, and then I got Horizon 3. I'm waiting for number 4 to come out. Hopefully it comes out this year. So hopefully we have some sort of like notifications about it when E3 comes around the corner soon. But yeah, that's the back. So I thought I'd pick up a couple. I'm going to call them retro games now, to be honest, guys and girls, because the 360 now is old now. It's like over 10 years old, something like that. 8, 10 years. So it's retro to me. Old and retro. But good for its time, to be honest. I kind of like it. And if they do bring 4K enhanced visuals and HDR to a lot of these games, my God, these games will look fabulous in HDR. Well, if you guys and girls don't know what HDR is, it's high dynamic range. Now, it means brighter colours, more vivid colours, means the reds just pop out the screen, the greens, the yellows, the whites, the blacks are more darker, the whites are more brighter. It's just mind-blowing. And also, I'll tell you which game I've been playing as well, guys and girls, right? I don't know if you guys and girls have played it yet. I do recommend it because I'm collecting the figurine collections at the moment, and I'm doing the reviews on this channel here, so definitely check them out. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Origins, which is actually based in Egypt, ancient times, or ancient Egypt, a majestic land now crumbling and manipulated by obscure forces. Travel back to the origins of the creed and take part in its one founding moment. Your tale will shape history for millennia. So basically, yeah, it's got the pyramids in there. It's got the Pyramid of Giza. It's got the pharaohs. I believe it's got Tutankhamun. I'm not too sure. That was that young boy who was a king at the age, I think it was 18 or something. and now they've been doing some more discoveries. They couldn't find this tomb or something, and they've got that queen in it as well, the Queen of the Nile, the one who got killed by the asp, Cleopatra. And then you've got Mark Antony, I believe, in this as well. And then you've got some of the Greeks and Romans and all that kind of stuff in it. So it's quite cool, actually, storylines. And they got the River Nile in this as well, which is awesome. It's like a massive open world game. You can just travel, you play as assassin, you do all these sort of like going around assassinating these great Greek, Egyptian characters that are based in the story. I wouldn't say Greek, I mean more like Egyptians and stuff, or people around that time in era and all that, in ancient times of Egypt. Anyway, guys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, do like, favourite, subscribe, like, favourite. Also, I've got my favourite Assassin's Creed games in my collection as well for my 360. They're all backwards compatible at the moment. I hope Ubisoft updates them for 4K and HDR at some point, because that would be looking fabulous. Anyway, guys and girls, you all stay safe and see you next time on the next episode.